What exactly are we talking about?
Politics.
Sports.
Education.
We'll tell you anything you want to hear.
We talk, you listen.
Big's Golf Talk.
Well, here you all are, waiting to hear my broadcast. How very nice of you.
Big's Golf Talk.
America is talking.
Talking and yakety yak.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's all about talk.
A place for information, advice, golf news, golf reviews, and of course, golf humor.
Do you know who this is?
Big's Golf Talk.
Comes highly recommended. You're going to feel better if you talk to him.
That's the fact, Jack.
Now we'll talk.
Big's Golf Talk is presented by Tour Edge Golf, golf's most solid investment. Pound for pound, nothing comes close. BGT is also sponsored in part by The Distance Shoe, Squares Shoes, proof, not promise. Anson Belt and Buckle, premium belts for everyday use. AnsonBelt.com. Encore Golf, The Claw Glove by Caddy Daddy, Photo Ball Marker, and UFO Tour Golf. Connect with Big's Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Big's Golf Talk. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes, Amazon Music, and the Google Play Music Store. We're also available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices. Well, that's a fact, Jack. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas, and this is Big's Golf Talk on the Ignite Golf Network, connecting golf one company at a time here on BGT TV and BGT 2.0. Good morning, boys and girls, and it's just the two of us. Just the two of us. Oh, yeah.
Just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
Just the two of us.
You and I.
Hey, follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and subscribe with us on YouTube for YouTube TV. All at Big's Golf Talk, BIGGS Golf Talk. And Bill, the golf father Cuevas, last week went golfing. And I got to tell you, I am really, really impressed with that 69-degree wedge.
Yeah, I mean, you were hitting it really, really well. Maybe we should, you know what? We should reach out to them. We should reach out to them and see if they want to be on the show. I can't see why they wouldn't want to be on the show, but I'll reach out to them, see if we can get on. We did have the snippet that you shared online. So yep. I don't know if they commented or anything yet on it, but we'll send it to them, let them know. Maybe I'll have to get me a 69er. We'll see. We'll check it out. Because you didn't play really well.
I did discover, and yeah, that snippet and everything else was great to have and put it on social media and all that, and put it on YouTube. So if you want to see what we actually did some chipping with it, and you know, one thing I found was I can actually be really aggressive with that club. Mm-hmm. You know, I that 69-degree for me, you're talking 25, possibly 30 yards on a good connection with, you know,
unless it's me. If it's me,
you'll hit 100 yards. 69.
I'll hit it 100 yards when I only need to hit it 10 feet. So yeah. But luckily for you, your short game, when you used it, it was on. You know, we did shoot that little video on the chipping and putting green area, and you did well. And you also used it on a golf course that day without, you know, having really much practice, and it really worked for you. I don't know the specifics about it, so I got to find out. I don't know the price. I know you went and you got it and purchased. You did what you had to do to get it. So we'll see. You know, hopefully we'll get to find out more about them and what's up with the 69. What's the concept? What's the meaning behind their numbers? And who knows? You know what I mean? Lots of information to find out.
You know, later on, we're going to be talking about wedges. Edison Golf is going to be joining us a little bit later on to talk wedges and stuff like that. So I'm interested in kind of asking him about what his thoughts are. One, from that legend that said, you know, high handicaps should not be playing 60-degree wedges.
Yes.
And shouldn't be playing more than this. 2 is his thought on a 69 degree or 70 degree wedge,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So it'd be interesting to hear him what he's got to say about it. Now, I would have had an Edison wedge, but I'm a left-hander. Edison doesn't make left-handers yet.
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 Yeah.
We're going to be talking about 2.0, Edison 2.0 with them. They have their 2.0 version that's coming to light, and we're going to be talking with them a little bit later on. But to continue this conversation, I said in the video that this is a wedge that if you have not mastered, but if you can hit a 60-degree wedge, you probably could hit this wedge.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, it didn't look much different than my 60 degree that I have in the back. It's a little more lofted, which actually I liked that. I like, because you were able to take a full swing, and it went up nice, and when it came down, it didn't really roll out, and that's what you want. I mean, that's what I want. My issue right now is I hit it and it rolls out, and I don't want it to keep rolling out. So that's where mine's at. But 69, I have to literally I open my wedge, especially
I see that in
green
the bunker that you
Yeah.
open up a lot.
You saw how much I opened it up.
And with this, you don't have to open it up. You could take a
regular
thing, right?
A regular swing without any problem at all. And the sand in New Mexico is a lot different than when I'm playing in Florida. So with that 69, you can go right at it. You don't have to worry about, you don't have to do nothing. You can go right at it in those bunkers and not have an issue. So it could be potentially something that, I would put in there, because I do have one. I have a 70 degree, but it was made years ago by JP Wedges. JP sent it to me. It has clovers on it. He sent it as a gift of love before he went on to even bigger things. So it's more of a collector's piece for me. I've never put it into play. But now I'm interested with you playing the 69 and watching you play with it. I'm definitely interested of what it could do for me.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Let's talk a little bit of Spark Golf and Bill the Golffather Cuevas. We had Spark Golf on. You have now spent weeks playing some Spark Golf. What is your thoughts about Spark Golf up to this point?
Honestly, I think I only have one negative. So I'll start with the positives and then I'll finish with the negative. Positives, we have met some amazing people, young gentlemen from college that are businessmen, going to be business. And I'm sure, even though they're not great golfers, they're fun golfers, and I think it's going to go a long way for them in their life. I've played with some high schoolers, which I really enjoyed as well, watching them try and get into the game and learn now. I've seen some father and son teams, which I really, really enjoy the camaraderie that they're doing. I think it's great. I've seen family out there, mothers, husbands, and kids golfing. So it's been unique. It's been really, really cool. So overall, it's been a great experience. It's a fun experience. It's really lighthearted. It's not where you have, an overabundance of competitiveness. It's there, and we all want to win, but not everybody's going to win. But the most important thing is about having fun. The negative is you still have people that aren't competitive, that don't follow the rules. We have a rule. If you hit 8 on a shot or whatever, you pick up and you go. And we do have some singles that aren't doing that. And we know who they are, because week after week, they've slowed play down tremendously when they're taking 13, 14 shots to make it to the green. They need to pick up and get out the way. But we've managed to get through that. And then you have that handicapper that has 15, 16 shots, and they're shooting a -9. You can't beat that. There's no way we can even compete, even doing what we do, where we're legitimate on our handicaps. nobody that's getting 18, 16 on a 9-hole golf course,
Shooting
two
700.
strokes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There should be a limit on it. And that's honestly, the only really true negative thing that multiple teams have said, which, to their point, maybe at the end of the season, it should be, especially when it comes to like skins games and stuff like that. If you're giving somebody 2 strokes
Maxed out, right?
on a hole, you should max it out on 1, especially like on a par 5, because some of the things, while it's all fun and games, it still hurts people when you have somebody playing with 16 strokes and they're shooting 9, 10 under. That's still something. That's not playing to your handicap. You see how even the rest of the scores are. Even with us, we're right there with everybody. Everything's level.
Speaking of with us, I know last week we did not play. We were in third place last week. We only dropped down to 2 spots. We are now in 5th place. Bill, the Golf Father Cuevas, though, individually, even with you not playing last week, you still remain in 1st place.
Cool.
So, 13 points behind. The next person behind you with 6 rounds has 13 points behind you. So
yeah, and I will be playing again next week and trying to get back up there. It's something that I enjoy. I really enjoy it. And the thing is, you try harder, especially the holes that you don't have. Me and you are like neck and neck. I think I'm at 6 and you're at 7 on the handicap, or it was that way. I don't know what it is this coming up week.
You are 6 strokes, and I went up to 8 strokes.
Okay, so 6 and 8, but that's what we're playing to. You know what I mean? When we're doing what we're doing, we're consistent. We're right there in the top 3, but they're legit
You have
scores.
some people that have 16 strokes.
Yeah, and that's
13 strokes.
Yeah, and that's where it gets disheartening, because you see these people.
18 strokes.
Yeah.
3 people have 18 strokes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I don't, and honestly, that's the max you can get, because what's the max in 36? And
that's 36.
36 is the max that you can get. So yeah, it's kind of disheartening when you're seeing them and people quite aren't playing to their ability intentionally, and then all of a sudden, I got lucky. There's only so much luck. You know what I mean? Like when we played the last time we played, a couple weeks ago, when we played, that guy went, a week ago, whatever. The guy hit it from like 80 yards out, hit the pin, and it went in the hole. That's luck. That's good, right?
Yeah.
But how often does that come? You know what I mean? And to see people drilling, 30-foot putter, 30-foot putts and nailing it to 6 inches, and you got 18 strokes. Yeah, that doesn't quite happen. So we're lucky because you've made some incredible putts. I've hit some long putts that we've just been lucky. You know what I mean? We're trying to get it in. So is it really luck? But
and typically what I do is if I hit it out of bounds or I hit it in the water and I'm already a stroke back or whatever case might be, I only take 2 shots past that. And if I'm not where I'm in double bogey distance and I know this is going to be a triple bogey, situation, I just pick up. I'll just take the triple and
that's how it is. But we've also seen, a few people hitting it from out of bounds. You know what I mean? You see those white things and we're like, well, okay, you try to convince yourself it's just for
social.
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just for fun and it's
social
social.
Competitiveness. I mean,
you still people want people to learn to play the right way. You know what I mean? Especially when it's somebody that that's a golfer. You know what I mean? Because if you hit a 300-yard drive and it's out of bounds and you still hit it from out of bounds and you still taking a birdie, who are you really cheating? You know what I mean? You ain't cheating nobody but yourself. So, but overall, I give it a 95% because of the cool people that we've been meeting. There's really nobody that I've met that really hasn't been cool and opened up with us and we've had fun. So I don't know. I'll give it a 95. And the other two things I think we're just going to have to get over, to
Right.
be honest. But we'll be fine. We'll be good.
Bill and I this past week we played at a golf course called Ladera, and I will tell you, so far Ladera is the best golf course. It's a muni golf course, so the best golf course in Albuquerque right now, as a muni golf course, in the best shape. So for you, those of you that listen to us in the Albuquerque area, Ladera is in really good shape. Where in the past I've golfed Ladera and it's been in really poor conditions. Not this year. This year it's in really good shape. The greens are rolling nice, and the fairways and the rough is manageable to hit out of. We have golfed at Los Altos where we're like, okay, part of the rough is cut, part of the rough is not cut. So, but yeah, what was your thoughts on Ladera?
Honestly, minus the few hiccups that it had, because I don't know the specifics.
Nice pro shop.
Yeah, everything I really enjoyed. And on the golf course, the most impressive thing that I witnessed, which reminded me of back in Florida, is that they actually painted around, whether it was on the fairway or not, any area that was, you got relief from, it was painted. And that is the first golf course in New Mexico that I've seen that actually has done that. Most of the things you just have to figure out for yourself. Oh, this is that and whatever. They also have some really cool local rules, like with the rocks. They're rough, on the outside, actually had rocks around the trees and stuff like that. And there's a rule. You don't have to hit from that. You can move it away from those rocks. No closer, of course, and everything. But I really enjoyed that, because that's the way golf is supposed to be. You know what I mean? If you have those areas, and if they're not marked, of course, and if you're playing, people could get sketchy about it. But with that golf course, you knew it. They were following everything they were supposed to do, which made it easier for us to do what we needed to do. So I really enjoyed that golf course.
All right, we need to head into our break, and then coming up next, it's going to be a replay of Amanda's segment On Par with Amanda here on BGT TV, Big's Golf Talk, and we'll be back with you on the roundtable. And boy, oh boy, do we have a topic. I don't even know if 20 minutes is going to cover it. Bill the Golf Father Cuevas, was the golfers that golf on the Live Tour or Live League right in their assessment as they left the PGA Tour? Well, we have information on that and more coming up after Amanda's segment right here on Big's Golf Talk on the Ignite Golf Network. We'll be right back.